2-year-old child has been returned to his mother after her SUV was stolen outside of a hair salon in Oakhurst. I'm Emma Ott with more details coming up on MyTV53 News at 8.
Is there a rat infestation at Manchester Mall? I'm Shayla Gaitan with that story tonight.
Taco Truck Throwdown will be cooking things up in downtown Fresno tomorrow, and I'll have the full coverage coming up.
Also tonight, 2 hostages have been released from Hamas.
It is a top priority for Israel to bring back the hostages and to locate and find all those who are MIAs.
Those stories and much more next in Prime Time.
New, local, unique. MyTV53 News at 8 starts right now.
All right, good evening. Welcome to the San Joaquin Valley's only 8 p.m. news. I'm Austin Reed. It is Friday, October the 20th. Thank you for joining us. Our big story tonight is in Madera County, as law enforcement personnel from multiple local agencies are currently investigating a child abduction case in Oakhurst. MyTV53's Emma Ott is in the news center with more in our big story. Emma?
A 2-year-old boy is safe after a man stole an SUV with a child asleep inside the vehicle this afternoon. We spoke with Bill Ward, the commander of the sheriff's office in Madera County. He said they received a call around 12:30 p.m. from a woman stating that her car was stolen outside of a hair salon in Oakhurst with her child inside. Both CHP and deputies from the Madera County Sheriff's Office were involved in a pursuit with a black 2017 GMC Yukon. The vehicle was stolen at the hair salon off Highway 41 and Road 246. The pursuit ended in the area of Manzanita Lake and Road 222 in North Fork, where the subject fled the vehicle into the nearby bushes.
The call was basically that a vehicle had just been stolen and there was a child in the back seat.
A resident in North Fork found the child walking alongside the road by himself a couple miles from where the suspect left the vehicle. Deputies were dispatched and the child was reunited with his mother less than an hour later.
We had people, kind of strategically placed in different spots looking for it. We didn't see it. A short time later, a Forest Service law enforcement unit picked it up or found it in basically right in North Fork.
Multiple law enforcement agencies are now involved with the investigation to search for the driver described to us here.
What we have is a white male adult, last seen wearing a brown jacket, green or camouflage pants, and wearing sunglasses.
If spotted, officials are asking you to not approach and call 911 immediately. Commander Bill Ward also wanted to remind everyone to never leave your children in the car alone unattended.
As a general rule, don't leave your child in the car. Lock your car when you leave it. Don't leave the keys in it.
Thank you for sharing that, Bill. I'm Emma Ott with MyTV53 News at 8.
Just a miracle that child is okay. Emma, thank you for that. Do stay with us for updates. Staying in Madera County and new from the sheriff's office, deputies are currently investigating a shots fired investigation in Tesoro Viejo. On Tuesday at about 12:45 a.m., Madera County sheriffs received calls from concerned citizens regarding hearing gunshots in the 4400 block of Hillside Road in the Tesoro Viejo community. Deputies responded to the area and located evidence of a shooting. However, they were not able to locate anyone involved in the incident. During the course of the investigation all week, the Madera County Sheriff's detectives have been able to identify the parties believed to be involved. And new tonight, the investigation finally indicated that this was an isolated incident and there is no ongoing danger to the public. This just in from the Tulare County Sheriff's Office. Detectives are investigating a body found in Sultana. Just before 7 a.m. today, deputies were called to the 10,000 block of Avenue 416 in the area for a body found. Deputies arrived and found a man dead in the bed of a pickup truck. Right now, detectives are on the scene investigating. Anybody with any information is asked to contact the Tulare County Sheriff's Office. Staying in Tulare County, new tonight, detectives arrest 3, recover $100,000 of farm equipment. Earlier this week, deputies were called to B Sweet Citrus in Seville for a burglary. When they arrived, deputies learned the suspect stole a forklift, trailer, and several hand tools. At the same time, deputies took a report of an attempted theft of another forklift at Sun Valley Packing right near Kingsburg, where the trailer from B Sweet Citrus was found. A short time later, detectives found the forklift at a home in Reedley. During a traffic stop, detectives tracked down the suspects and arrested them. Evidence inside the stolen truck they were in linked all suspects to the burglaries. New tonight, we have a hiker fatality on Mount Whitney in Sequoia National Park to tell you about. Tom Gerbier, a French national, was reported missing when he did not show up for his return flight. He started his hike from Whitney Portal early Tuesday morning. Now, on Wednesday, the Inyo County Sheriff's Office took the lead on the search and rescue operation with flyovers of Mount Whitney. On Wednesday, the day Mr. Gerbier was reported missing, with no result. Early yesterday morning, a ground search began. Well, it turns out the hiker had fallen about 1,000 feet. And Thursday evening, his body was recovered via helicopter. This marks the second fatality for Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks just this year. There was a heavy police presence in the area of Morton Avenue and Palm Street in Porterville today, and Bartlett Middle School along with Bellevue Elementary were locked down for students' safety. Both eastbound and westbound lanes of Morton Avenue were closed due to a SWAT situation nearby. We are still waiting for all of the details on what exactly happened, and we will keep you updated throughout the weekend on the MyTV53 News Facebook page. Now to a MyTV53 News investigation. Does a Fresno mall have a rat infestation? We spent the whole day looking into this, and reporter Shayla Gaitan is on the story.
Well, Austin, we spent the whole day investigating this issue. Here's what we found. The Fresno Bee first reported this story on Friday morning, and these pictures published by the paper shows a rat trap placed inside the DMV call center at Fresno's Manchester Mall. Another picture shows this bag for catching rats from the ceiling. According to some DMV workers, this is a problem that is not new. We took a trip to the mall today. The front door at the DMV call center was locked. We did speak to a store owner down the hall who wanted to remain anonymous, and he told us that the City of Fresno's Code of Enforcement team have been investigating the issue over the last couple weeks. We desperately tried to ask mall officials about this. They denied having a rat problem and did not want to speak to us on camera. They gave us a phone number for the ownership group out of Southern California. After multiple calls and emails asking for their side of things, silence. No one returned our calls. We also reached out to the City of Fresno for comment. We emailed the code enforcement spokesperson and have yet to hear back. But just as we were leaving the parking lot, look what we discovered. A City of Fresno's code enforcement truck wanting to turn into the mall's parking lot. Is it connected? Who knows? But according to the Fresno Bee, DMV workers have been getting violently ill and they are fed up. Some workers told the Bee that, quote, "It is disgusting, no one should breathe in that air, and the reek of rodent death has now become unbearable." Do stay with us for more updates. I'm Shayla Gaitan with MyTV53 News at 8.
All right, Shayla, thank you for that. Now, I was able to do a phone interview with the reporter who actually broke this story. Take a listen.
I got the tip late last week from some folks over at one of the unions that represent state workers, SEIU Local 1000. They're the largest union of state workers. And so I'd heard from them that some of their members had complained about, there are rats in our office, it smells terrible, people are getting sick, they're calling out workers' comp to go to the doctor.
And you can read the entire article by either going to the Fresno Bee or Sacramento Bee's websites, as both investigation teams work together on this story. Now to the latest in the war between Israel and Gaza. Developing tonight, 2 American hostages, a mother and her daughter, have been released by Hamas and are now in Israel. That's according to the Israeli Prime Minister's office. The Israeli military had said that the majority of hostages seized by Hamas on October 7th are still alive. This all comes as UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres visited the Rafah border crossing on Friday and said that aid trucks needed to move as quickly as possible from Egypt into the besieged Palestinian enclave of Gaza to alleviate a humanitarian crisis. Gaza is running short of fuel, food, water, and medicine, but the Egyptian-controlled border has remained shut down while various parties wrangle over terms for allowing aid to flow in. Emerald Maxwell from France 24 USA brings us up to date.
Over 200 trucks filled with desperately needed food, medicine, and water purifiers are on standby on the Egypt-Gaza border. They're waiting for the go-ahead to deliver 3,000 tons of aid to Gaza via the only route not controlled by Israel.
These trucks are not just trucks. They are a lifeline. They are the difference between life and death for so many people in Gaza.
Aid shipments are pouring in at Egypt's Al Arish airport from Jordan, Turkey, and the United Arab Emirates. 2 to 3 planes a day, chartered by humanitarian organizations or governments. But for now, the deal negotiated by President Biden with Israel and Egypt allows just 20 UN-monitored trucks into Gaza via the Rafah border crossing.
Any further escalation or even continuation of military activities will just be catastrophic for the people of Gaza.
Aid officials have urged Israel to add fuel to the supplies allowed to enter to keep the remaining hospitals running. Israel wants assurances that fuel won't be stolen by Hamas, an unrealistic demand, according to the WHO.
There are absolutely no guarantees in the humanitarian situation that you can completely avoid any diversion of aid. Aid diversion is a fact. It happens. We do everything in our power to ensure that that doesn't happen.
That was Emerald Maxwell from France 24 USA. That was Emerald Maxwell from France 24 USA. Finally, in your first few minutes of nonstop news at 8, we're going to turn to Capitol Hill. CNN reporting late this evening, House Republicans are once again scrambling with no clear path to elect a new speaker after voting today to push Ohio Representative Jim Jordan out of the race. It's the latest sign of chaos and division that have engulfed the majority party and left the chamber in a state of paralysis. And that does it for your first few minutes of nonstop news here at 8 o'clock, but don't go anywhere. We are just getting started. Still ahead.
Who is hosting Saturday Night Live this weekend? Because it is back, and we are mourning a famous TV star. All that and more coming up next on My Gossip.
Fresno State is retiring some jerseys, and the WNBA has some new champions. I'm Valentino Saldaña, and I have it coming up on Sport Shorts.
But next, get ready for Taco Truck Throwdown. It's coming this weekend to downtown Fresno. Our Marcus Esparza will have the full story. And as the weekend is just hours away, today it was warm. But will this trend continue all across the San Joaquin Valley? We'll have your forecast coming up as well. New Local Unique, it's Friday night, and the news at 8 is back in a little over 2 minutes.
This is MyTV53 News.